Hey there, Gemini. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. It's lovely to have each and every single one of you, as always. Gemini, I know it's been a minute since I've gotten some videos out, and I apologize that it's taken me a little while. May has been a crazy month. All my months are crazy anymore. It's wild. And pardon the red eyeballs as my allergies have kicked up again this morning. I love it. Itchy eyes. Anyhow, Gemini, when I was meditating to do your video, very interesting energies. Like, they talked about hesitancy, being spirit, and then they also talked about the fact that through that hesitancy, though, you are being more patient. Like, it's a good hesitancy. Like, you're stopping to think about what you're doing, and they talked about thinking about things before you're making movement, but they're also talking about the time is now. So it's like, I think you're taking all of your options. You're not jumping into that, I'm going to call it fire energy, even though you guys are an air sign. Tendency to just have a hard time making choices and then just jumping into something. Where I feel like right now you're starting to slow down. You're starting to slow down. You're starting to assess where you are and where you're heading. And you're not making real quick movements, which is a good thing, right? I'm having a hard time speaking for some reason today. Mercury retrograde, maybe again, I don't know. Anyhow, so we're going to see what the cards say, but I also got a lot of the temperance from the Light Seers deck. I was able to see that card during the meditation. And again, it's like thinking before you're, it's the difference between reacting and responding. Okay, so we'll see, but some Sagittarius energy came through, and then, like I said, it's like you guys are not jumping into fire-type energy where you're taking action. You're actually learning to slow down and not making off-the-cuff decisions. You're not just responding, or not reacting, you're responding to things. So, Gemini, this will be for your Sun, your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus cross-watchers. Welcome to the channel as well. Guys, always discern the messages accordingly. Take what is for you. Do not force anything to fit that does not. What else? Let's see. For all of you who have liked, shared, subscribed, commented to the channel, I appreciate each and every single one of you for that, and it really does help support the channel, and so thank you very much for that. Personal readings are back open again. I wasn't really doing a whole lot there throughout May because my schedule was so crazy, so that information is found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. You can check out the website too, holisticallyzenwv.com. A lot of other personal services on there, as well as how to get in touch with us, and a lot of products, services that support the holistic realm. So, all right, Gemini, let's get into it. We're 3 minutes in already. All right, Spirit for Gemini, for the sign. And this is your June reading. I think I said that. I'm not sure. So, Gemini Spirit. All right. The royal you in body and soul. 5 being a change. 16 breaks down to a 7. 7 I see sometimes is a lot of defensive energy. It can be also luck. But Spirit is saying loyalty to the self. 44, the divine matrix. Are we waking up to things, Gemini? Things are changing and transitioning. You are seeing beyond the veil. All of us are very, very intuitive, very psychic. It just lives within us. It's always a matter of whether or not we're going to tune in, tap onto that, and pick up the messages as they're given to us. But I do feel like you're starting to see things in a very different way, seeing through this veil of maybe the illusions and the ideas of the things around you, recognizing Spirit is saying your true worth and value, but I also feel like it is you seeing through things that you have not seen through before. You're starting to truly understand some of the parts of the world around you. So very interesting there. Bearing fruit. Being that came out in the reverse and I flipped it upright, I'm going to say, again, you're recognizing the things, and part of these illusions and stuff like that, I don't know why I'm getting so much that, but you're recognizing that the things that have not served your higher good, they're not working out to your higher benefit, where maybe you've put work in and you've reached the fruits of your labor, and now they're no longer harvesting for you what it is that you need. you're awakening to parts of that, right? This could just be a very different journey for you moving forward. But there's transition with those butterflies. There is a lot of stars too. So star energy, Aquarius as well. Uncharted Seed. That was on the bottom of the deck. I happened to just kind of flip it over, looked at it a little bit. The Uncharted Sea, moving into something that is new, that you may not be familiar with, may not know where you're going. You know, you think about the vast ocean. You know, I've certainly never really driven out in the ocean on a boat, but, you know, I'm sure there's ways to map it out and such. But in this, I feel like you don't know where you're heading. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what's coming next. But the 10, you know, 46 breaks down to a 10, so a 1 as well. Endings and new beginnings. You may be looking back at the past, right? There may be some things, there may be some areas of life that you are starting to dive into that may I don't really want to say that they're unhealed, but you're reflecting back on these things as you're moving forward, and you're not real sure what direction it is that you're heading. You just know that you're going. You know, that sea is darker on that card, which I don't know why, that, you know, cards, some things stick out to you and sometimes they don't. But you don't know. You can't really see. The water's so dark, you can't see to the bottom. You don't know what's below you, what's above you, what's behind you, what's ahead of you. And with that, you know, you've got that north, south, east, west energy. So it's like you don't know, but you know that you're moving forward. Exposed and revealed. Again, it reminds me of a veil type energy, the divine matrix. You know, we have to be able to see through the matrix to understand that we're living in it. And it's illusions, it's lies, it's bullshit, it's you know, conditioning of what we've been taught, or maybe you've been conditioned in the past in Spirit is saying triggered responses. Exposing and revealing yourself down to the bare truth of where it is that you're heading. Be patient with yourself. You are moving forward. You may not know where it is that you are heading, but you are absolutely moving forward at this time. So, I almost kind of feel like you guys are trying to protect yourselves too. Now, 12 and 21 are also reflective energies. So something is being reflected back to you with that eye as well. You're seeing parts of yourself. Again, I'm going to go back to the fact that, not that you haven't done healing work, because you absolutely have, but it's also recognizing parts that still need to be addressed. And that's okay. So they're reflective of one another. You're seeing this, but I feel like you guys are actually very comfortable with this. It may be uncomfortable, but I feel like it's a comfortable feeling as well, because you're aware of it. And it was funny, this morning I was thinking about doing some shorter videos on different things, and that kind of came up. So, you know, paying attention to the synchronicities of what comes up. There's a reason it comes up, Gemini. So, you know, be aware too that things from our past, even on our healing journey, they come up for, you know, a repeat of healing or a deeper layer. I always have compared our healing to like the layers of an onion. You scratch the surface, you start to do some work, you feel like you've cut through that layer, you're feeling good, and then something comes along to kind of bump you again that requires you to revisit excuse me good grief, that last layer, but there's a deeper area of that layer, and then we're moving into the next one. So, you know, the healing journey is, I don't want to call it necessarily repeating all the time, but it's also very much digging deeper, and digging deeper is where we gain a lot of that understanding and healing. Mantra cards for you. Invoking self-realization. That's what I said. It's going back to the self-exposing yourself, exposing the things that are needing to be healed. And it says, each breath confirms how awake I already am. Again, the recognition of the growth that you've already had. These two cards here, a deep breath, and then each breath confirms how awake I already am. You're remembering, you're recognizing the lessons. You're starting to change your direction. No more of, you know, it's like you're standing your ground, but I feel like you're doing it in a very soft way. The transformation for you is happening in a very soft, softer way. You know, it's not like, you can call them tower moments or whatever, but I feel like it's not quite as significant as some could be. that would really, you know, shake us down to our core and question why we're even here. But I feel like this is, again, recognizing where you've been and recognizing, again, to, you know, we play a role in our own suffering, but I feel like it's not suffering. You're just recognizing another piece to where it is that you're heading and what work you need to do. Awakening inspired action. I talked about that fire energy. That fire energy is the movement. It is the forward progression of things around us. And I feel like with that too, there may be a lot of emotions at this time coming to the surface for you in that regard. And it says, there's only what life is asking of me. So, you know, I feel like you're recognizing your soul, you know, that divine matrix. There is the illusion of the things around you, the people around you, the situations around you, exposed and revealed, is that inspired action within you that's drawing up these emotions to the surface so that you can transform and change the way that you've done things from the past. So, I don't know, Gemini. I like that energy. I don't think it's a bad thing. I have a Gemini moon. I know I can resonate with that. And unraveling codependency and uncovering confidence. Only I have to feel good about my choices. You may be at a point too where you are done seeking the approval of other people. You know, if you've been there, you know, because with that confidence underneath that is maybe you lacked the confidence in the past to just do what felt right to you because you were in a state of people pleasing. I don't think you're gonna, you know, you may not be full throttle into that, of those changes, but I think you're getting there. I think, again, this is a lot about recognizing who you are, recognizing where you're going and what you need to do for yourself. And it can be a little scary when we don't know where we're going, right? When we can't see what's on the other side of it. It's like walking down a dark tunnel and having no idea the lights are on. You're just kind of feeling your way through it. Continue to feel your way through it. Hangman, Page of Cups, Pisces energy there. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces again. So water energy as well. So it's like you're trying to decide. It's like you're trying to make heads and tails of situations around you at this time, okay? So let's see. The moon. Like I said, I got that moon energy back there with that uncharted sea, and there it is. You know, you could be dealing with a Cancer. Nine of Cups. I'm going to say, Spirit just said, you're damned and determined to get to your happy place. If you're not sure, again, you're not sure how you're getting there, but Eight of Pentacles, you are going to put in the work. You're going to put in the work to make it happen. That divine matrix and the moon align up with the cards as I've laid them down. Again, that unknown, that illusionary energy of what is out in the darkness. Not sure, you know, what sits on that other side, but again, the need to feel your way through. It's a repeat as I go back to that card. Allow yourself to emerge into your emotions is what Spirit is saying. It's a time of release for you. I know we're 2 weeks out yet from the, or no, a week out from the full moon, I think it is. Yeah, it's this week, June 3rd. Yeah, June 3rd, I think, is the full moon. But you're working through it. So it's a great time to release and to understand what it is your wish fulfillment is. Don't get stubborn and complacent. I see some of you sitting a lot, but this can also be part of that hesitancy that I've seen in the meditation. That, you know, just don't get steadfast in one way. Be willing to be flexible and to work through what it is that you need to work through, Gemini. All right. What else for Gemini, please, Spirit? You may feel like people have cheated you, that have, you know, cheated you, shortchanged you, been deceptive with you, taken what was theirs and, you know, leaving you with the pieces to pick it up, and that can be a little disheartening. So you may be finding yourself, Spirit is saying, in a place of loneliness, but I don't think you are. I mean, we're never alone anyhow, because Spirit is always with us. But I think in the 3D world, that can be, yeah, there's that Seven of Swords. It's always like the same thing to me with that Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords. They very much a repetitive energy. And then we've got the Three of Swords and the King of Cups there. And the Queen of Cups sitting there. You're going to be moved forward into a partnership that is, and again, you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or like for myself, I am a Scorpio, but with that Gemini moon, so check your other placements. I really think that's important to tell you. Check your other placements. But you are going to be partnered up in due time with people that are emotionally open and available, that are going to fit where you are. So give it time. Page of Cups again, this time in the reverse. I think you're holding all of your offers back when it comes to that space right now, because you feel, again, as if things, you know, emotionally for you, you've been let down. People have taken that from you, and I think you're also taking it back for yourself. You're giving back to yourself and nurturing the self rather than giving those cups away at this time, because you know that you need to self-nurture. You need to self-heal at this time as well. Two of Cups, again, I just said, you know, eventually something is going to change where you're going to come into a harmonization with somebody or something that is going to be healthy for you. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom and the Five of Pentacles came out in reverse. I think that this person shows up, or the situation will show up. It's going to be different for all of you, and it's equivocal. It's no longer just somebody taking from you or trying to get at you to take what is yours. You're recognizing these patterns of these people, these situations that are always taking. So it's like maybe all of a sudden this exposed and revealed is you're going to start really discerning your options moving forward. Like you've learned some valuable lessons that you're not going to continue to repeat, because now your eyes are open, right? You're stepping outside of that matrix energy. You're invoking the self-realization. You're taking inspired action. You're willing to, you know, charter through the uncharted sea so that you can see where it is that you're heading. In time, this illusionary energy is going to dissipate, and you're going to be able to move forward in a way that I think you might feel a little stuck, but you also know that one way or another, you're going to reach your wish fulfillment. But I think that this underlying energy down here at the bottom isn't so much future oriented as it is something that you are dealing with right now. Like you are, interesting that the feet are sticking out to me with these. You're putting your foot down. You know, I don't say that I don't think that you care about what other people, you know, other people's emotions, because I think you do, but you're just recognizing that your emotions are your first priority. And then if there's some space left for somebody else, then you're willing to do that. So, you know, you have to take care of you first, always. You always have to take care of you first. All right, so this moon, you may be dealing with somebody too that's like ducking and running. Like they come in, they take, they go. They come in, they take, they go. Like it's almost like in the middle of the night, like kind of like squirming off into the distance. Like they're not communicating with you. It's like you're kind of like out on your own, on a limb on your own, and you don't feel like the communication about a particular situation is very solid at this time. Worlds apart, worlds away from understanding one another at this time too. So, all right, let's see. Six of Swords, Knight of Wands. You could be dealing with somebody who is acting impulsively. You yourself could be acting at some point impulsively, which may have led, excuse me, to some of these illusions. But I also feel like for some of you too, you're just doing you. Like this energy is very much, Gemini, I don't feel like it's you. I feel like it's somebody else who is just, they just don't care. Careful of like partying and being careless, though. I will say that it's kind of like a warning that's coming in. But I also feel like you're walking away from this in the same breath. Maybe that's what you're dealing with somebody else. You're just, it's almost like I don't want to say you're turning a blind eye to things, but you're just willing to move forward. Ace of Wands covering the Nine of Cups, and then the Page of Cups in the reverse. Wheel of Fortune. You're getting, I feel like even though this isn't, you've got the Ace of Pentacles here and the Ace of Wands. I don't see the Ace of Swords. But I do think that you're gaining some kind of clarity. Like the aha epiphany moment that frees you up has come in, or is going to come in the month of June, where you're silent, but there is an internal knowing that sits within you. And that is going to be the game changer for how you choose to take the risk of things moving forward. You know, with this wheel, she's got the dice around her neck to me, and it's a 10. So again, 10s, endings, beginnings. To me, this kind of matches up with that uncharted sea there's going to be light and dark in every single situation that we ever deal with. But I also feel like, to me, it's like her legs are crossed like a 4. I've got the 4 wands on the Knight of Wands here. This is about your foundation. So this can be about your home, your business, where you work, your children, anything that affects your stability. I feel like if you've had people that it's felt like they've taken from your stability, you are no longer going to entangle yourself with those energies, because it was like you're closing your eyes to it. You're shutting it off. You're shutting the external world out so that you can take in these new thoughts, these new ideas, and you can take that inspired action moving forward. And I was just going to say, I bet you the Hermit, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Hermit, and there it is. The Ace of Pentacles again, twice. There it is, as I just shuffled. And then when we finished up with the other deck here, the Ace of Pentacles, you've got it twice. Twofold, 2 new opportunities coming in. I'm going to say it's both in love and money. Love and money, because you have this new partnership. I think that you were finally in a space, in a position, Gemini, where things that are coming together, you're taking the wisdom forward with you of the journey of this matrix, of where you have gained in bearing fruit, and where you realize things did not come to fruition, like always working and feeling like you're getting nowhere, this uncharted sea, being willing to take the risk, full type of energy for me as well, which is a 011, right? Starting over, starting anew. You're back to the beginning of a new situation, a new cycle. 7 of Pentacles, you're taking the work that you, and the Queen of Swords underneath that one. You are building. You're building, and I'm hearing from Spirit, long-term security. So when it comes to that, and I'm going to say, if it's a partnership of somebody that you're dealing with, you may be meeting somebody new. This feels like new energy. You may be still tidying up situations from the past, and that's okay. Sometimes things take time. I don't think that you're rushing into those energies again, like you maybe you have in the past, right? But I think it's a good energy to be in. But you're taking the mental clarity, the lessons that you've learned, the intellectual, logical thought process of what you've done that has gotten you to where you are, and understanding what you needed to do different. You are building, very, very much building. And even though 9 of Pentacles is not on the board, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing this elevation, that through this opportunity with this Ace of Pentacles, you're moving up from a 7 to an 8 to a 9. Independently secure. And then comes the 10, which could be this partnership of some sort that I see back here or over here. Because again, you're taking forward the lessons that you've learned to do something differently. Page of Pentacles, an offer coming in. Don't overthink the offer. You've got the 8 of Swords. Remember, you know, you may be been waiting on an offer of some sort or something. But I don't know that there's something about the second offer that I'm not sure that you're trusting it fully. But I will say, I will throw a couple extra cards. Gosh, I wish I could talk today. What is this? I trust this energy. Okay, so when it comes to, and there's the Queen of Swords again, a lot of repeat cards, and that's you guys there too. So 2 of Wands. I will say this to you. I don't know. I think that this and we talked about that hesitancy in the beginning, where you're apprehensive about this other opportunity that comes in for you. This may go back to childhood wounds. This is just a part of your healing. I think that you think that the situation or person, whatever this is for you specifically, I feel like you think it could go either way. Spirit is saying it's a test of your trust. It's a test of your trust. High Priestess, the unknown. We talked about it, right? She is the keeper of secrets. She takes care of the unknown. This is a test of your faith, because I feel like you're afraid to work closely with other people after some type of turmoil has happened in the past. So it is a test of faith. It is a test of trust for you. A lot of choices. Yeah, the Empress, the Lovers. This is about it. This particular situation where this hesitancy comes from, Gemini, and there you are, the Lovers card, is meant to open you up. Okay, it's meant to it's meant to be part of your spiritual path, a spiritual pathway for you of change, of decision making, of learning how to trust again. I think that your trust and faith in a lot of things have been broken severely for a very long time. But I do think that the energy coming in with offers and suggestions, you're going to have to play with it. But I also think that you've gained the wisdom here with the Hermit, you know, energy of Virgo there, to open yourself up to, you're not going to repeat stuff. You're not going to repeat the past mistakes that have happened because you have learned from them. I think you might be in a period of waiting from time to time. There might be, Spirit is showing me 3, 4, and 5 days in between situations, or maybe when like you have to wait to get something accomplished. So 3, 4, 5 days could be important to you. You might see something happening almost weekly where you now have to make a new decision to move forward somehow. Trust the process. Put your faith, you know, in something greater than you, whatever that is for you. But I do think that it will help you heal the heartache and pain that we've seen in some of the the underlying energy. It's time to get your hands dirty, Gemini, and get to work because new opportunities are on the horizon for you. Get some Aries energy, Venus energy. I'm going to go back to, Spirit keeps giving me Sagittarius energy, Pisces, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio. So you got a lot of stuff going on there. But I don't think this is bad. I think it's good stuff. All right, Gemini, let's get you some advice from the Kuan Yin deck. Let's get you some advice. I hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully I'll get more readings out. That's always the end game, but sometimes I just don't know. All right, for Gemini, please, Spirit, what is the advice for Gemini? What is the advice for Gemini? All right, Daughter of the Phoenix. Phoenix, Scorpio energy again. When the soul is ready to spread its wings, it goes through a deep cleansing and a preparation for the new. Like the phoenix that is baptized through celestial fire to be born anew, you are going through such a phase of heavenly purification, preparation, and initiation. Soon after, you will enjoy greater spiritual peace, divine power, and advancement on your divine life path. Sounds pretty repetitive to me to everything I said, right? So no need to dive into that too much, but you guys are moving forward, healing. You're healing 2 new opportunities. Spirit's saying 2 new people. So with those opportunities, you'll be dealing with 2 or more people, I would say. So you'll see, right? You know, if this resonates for you guys, hit that like button, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know how it resonates for you, where it fits in your life. I'm always curious to know those things. Nosy Scorpio that I am. Gotta know the who's, hows, whens, wires, whys, and whats. So, Gemini, if this resonated for you, again, like, share, subscribe, comment. Keep all comments nice and appropriate, please, and thank you. Again, if you guys are interested in personal readings, information is found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. Also, you can check out the website at holisticallyzenwv.com for anything additional. Again, products, services, all kinds of things on there. A lot of herbs, do a lot of stuff with herbs and various things. So always feel free to reach out, guys. I appreciate you. Sending you so much love throughout the entire month of June, and hopefully I'll get another reading out to you all soon. Take care.